Not good. Yeah, not good. Did a poor job handling their pressure. I mean, first play of the game, right? We turned it over on the very, very first play of the game. All we talked about the last 48 hours is how we're going to attack it, and we want the floor to look this way, and just didn't execute. Didn't execute versus their press, and really got hurt. It was almost like we were distracted because we were so consumed or concerned with when the trap was coming, if it was coming, if it wasn't coming, and it just completely distracted us, and had a really, really poor performance. They get 48 points in the paint and 27 points off our turnovers. I mean, it's hard to win a basketball game.
How does their press differ from Dayton's press?
I think it's very similar. They may be a little bit more aggressive and a little bit more inclined to trap. Dayton didn't trap us a ton. They trapped us a little more than Dayton did, but it's the same thing. It's the press I used to run at Chattanooga all the time. We've done it a couple times here. It's white press, run and jump. You got to have length, athleticism. We've done it here too. We did it at Florida too. Like just the white press, run and jump, man to man. Your guy clears out, you come back and trap. I mean, it's a man-to-man press. It's the run and jump.
Can the stresses of worrying about the press and how to break it kind of lead into the offensive performance and make it so it's tougher to completely focus on getting open?
Yeah, you play distracted. You're concerned, consumed. All we talked about was once we get it across half court, sprinting to our spots, running offense, executing, sprinting, cutting hard. We didn't do any of those things.
You had two players who only made more than at least 4 shots. What do you want to see moving forward or in a game like this when the ball isn't necessarily going in the hoop?
Well, you can't miss shots and turn it over. So if we're going to miss shots, we need to get more shot attempts, and we can't have 22 turnovers. I mean, I don't know who going forward presses. I'm sure they'll watch these last 2 films, and we'll see some pressure. I'm sure Fordham Monday night will pressure us some, and we hadn't seen it really all year, and have not handled it well the last 2 games, and have to figure it out and get better at it.
You mentioned not executing. How much do you credit though? Maybe just going up against a really good VCU team.
Terrific, yeah. I mean, Coach Rhodes does an unbelievable job. They're at the top of the league for a reason. Yeah, I mean, they took it to us, no question.
That timeout at the 12-minute mark, I think Stedman was in the post, and you were angry at the players for not moving. What was said during that timeout in terms of what you
we're not playing with any level of aggression and any pace. We're just standing around watching guys and ready to try to make a play. There was no ball movement. It was, everyone was just standing. We looked like in a fog. And so I'm trying to fire them up a little bit. It was a good crowd out there. Got, the 2 best team, 2 of the better teams in our league this week. And it's like, man, we just thought we were moving slow. I thought we looked fatigued a little bit too. I thought we looked tired. And yeah, if you throw the ball in the steady and everybody just stands around, then they can dig and they can help and they can shrink the floor and make it tough and difficult for him to make a jump hook. And once it goes in, you got to move. You can't stand. You got to keep the floor moving.
Well, in the next 7 days, you got 3 more games. How are you going to prevent fatigue from settling in even more so?
Yeah, I mean, we obviously got to see what we're doing in practice. We need to get these. We need to get Monday night. We gotta we need to make some ground here and try to stay out of next Wednesday. Got some games on our schedule. Got senior night on Wednesday night. Got this makeup game with Fordham on Monday. Obviously monitor guys' minutes. How's the game going? Dictating that type of stuff. Really looking at what we're doing in practice, but. I mean, we got to go out and try to win the game. If that's playing 8 guys, it's 8 guys. If it's playing 9 guys, it's 9 guys. What do we got to do to win the game? But I think you can monitor and look at practice in terms of that stuff.
VCU is not necessarily known for their scoring ability, and tonight they got, like you said, 48 points in the paint. What did you think they did to be able to get those looks inside of that?
Turned us over. They had 27 points off our turnovers. You know what I mean? So that's layups and dunks off turnovers. I mean, that's so 48 points in the paint, 27 of them off our turnovers. I mean, that's that's why they scored like that.
How they slow Noah down tonight? The length, was it?
Yeah, I mean, obviously they're long, they're athletic. He's having to do a lot out there. They're running at him, they're trapping him, they're being aggressive with him, and Noah's logged a lot of minutes this year for us. Played a lot of games. So we gotta look. Hopefully he's getting his treatment right now and in the ice tub, and it's that time of year. It's that time of year.
You guys had a season high, like 22 turnovers today. What kind of feedback are you guys getting from, your leaders like Fernandez and Kelly real time, seeing on what type of adjustments you guys can make as a coaching staff, or what kind of communication you're hearing from those players?
During the game?
Yeah, during the game.
Yeah, I think Noah was trying to get more guys down the floor. Even to start the game, when you watched Richmond attack their pressure, they were kind of running a little ghost screen in the middle of the floor, and that's what we were trying to do, and then have Noah run the ghost screen and throw it to him and then get everybody down the floor. Then if your man comes and traps, flash to the middle and have an outlet. It was just some of that dialogue, But I don't think all of our turnovers were necessarily the press now. I mean, even late in the game, there's no gap to drive it. We're just driving in there for no reason, and stuff like that. That's we have control over that. You're beating yourself.
Usually, the guard plays more like the bright spot for this UMass team. Would you say tonight the big man like Stedman, Buttrick, and Greg Jones did a great job and deserve some of that?
Yeah, I thought those three guys especially, I thought their effort was through the roof. I thought they were really, really trying out there and trying to play hard. Even when, we chucked DeAndre in there in the first half to give us some life and some energy, because that's what DeAndre can really do too. He can bring life and energy. I thought you got to put him in that category too. I thought those four guys in our front court, they had the effort. They were trying. They were competing, and not that they played the game perfect, but I got to give all four of those guys credit. They really, and they battled even to the end. And even DeAndre at the end of the game, he's not trying to create offense for himself. He threw the ball to Ryan Marcus because it was the right play to make, right? He throws the ball to Preston on a break, he's making the right play. So I'm proud of Dre for that. Obviously he's been through a lot this year. He was starting at one point in time. He was playing well at times. He struggled at times. He's had good practices. He's had bad, but he's a young college athlete that needs to continue to work and grind and get stronger and get better. But, DeAndre's liveliness, and, I appreciate his effort there late in the game, all those guys, and, Preston too. And, we had that level of effort the entire game, it could have been a different outcome.
Greg Jones has really, in his minutes, brought some life to the team. I think back to last Saturday when we made the back-to-back threes. I think today, his three. Do you see his role increasing as the season winds down, and how he would give a spark to a fatigue offense? Yeah,
I mean, I think it's been different things that we've had success this year with. We've had success playing four guards at times. Didn't have success with that tonight. Is it rotating those four front court players more? Getting Greg in there more. Something we'll have to look at. We're going to need them on Monday night because they have a very strong physical front court from what I've seen out of Fordham. With a guy I think is like third or fourth in the country in double doubles, maybe something ridiculous. And Ohams, who just plays with an unbelievable motor. So, yeah, I think it's something we got to look at. Sometimes our floor spacing isn't great on offense, but, again, we need to look at that too, So I'm very, Greg, his energy, his effort, he always has that. And you could say the same for, DeAndre, Trent, and Stedman, especially tonight. I was proud of those four guys.
I mean, yeah, I was kind of surprised, honestly. We knew they pressed and everything, but I just thought I think our lack of like discipline, really, we just couldn't take care of the ball. And I mean, how many turnovers? Yeah, we had 22 turnovers. They had 17 turnovers, but they lead. They turned the ball over a lot too. But I think we just turned the ball over at critical moments, which just led to a lot of fast break points. So, I mean, you got to give them credit. They were nonstop the whole game. So.
What makes their press so special and unique?
I think it's just, I don't think there's anything special about it. I just think that they're like relentless, If you get across half court, they're still coming at you, and there's someone coming behind, and keeps you thinking the whole game, you know what I mean? So they keep you on your toes, really. So I think they did a good job.
Coach McCall talked about playing distracted, thinking about the press. When is it going to show up at you? Did you feel that certain way? Looking over your shoulder?
I didn't really, because I'm not really bringing the ball up, so I think more on the guards. It's like I'm trying to give them an outlet to, give them, help them out if they get in trouble. But I'm not bringing the ball up the floor, so I'm just trying to give them an outlet, I think that it's tough. They got big guys up front, so when there's people mauling you with the ball, it's hard to make looks. We have smaller guards, so I think that played a big role in it too.
How are you going to be an outlet going forward for the guys?
I'm just trying to, I've only got a few games left. I'm just trying to put it all out there, empty the tank every night. Trying to do whatever I can to put us in the best position to win. And, whatever that may be, I'll do it. So.
You guys shot 3 of 19 from 3. What do you think is key moving forward to try to generate more scoring from inside?
Well, I think just taking more quality shots. I feel like we were a little rushed tonight with like the pressure and stuff, so I felt like we were a little rushed. Just taking quality shots, getting the ball moving. Yeah, jeez. I mean, we don't really shoot that bad from 3 very often, so it's kind of a rarity. But I think the pressure just got to us a little bit tonight.
Do you feel like this team has it in them to go on a run this last week?
Yeah, I think so. This is the first team that I've been on, besides like my junior year at Penn State, that I really thought we had a chance to like win our conference tournament. Before it's like, oh, we got Northwestern, beat Ohio State, and then it's like, oh man, we got Purdue now. We played 3 games and they've just been chilling. But I think this team, like, we've got so much offensive firepower. I mean, I think we can beat anybody at any given night. So I think we could still make a run. I'm not giving up. I'm just gonna keep doing what I do best and try to put us in a good position to win games.
What will it take to make that run?
We just gotta, recollect, reconnect, and just try to come together more as a team. It's tough, like when you're losing games all the time. It's just like, damn, you don't want to. It just makes everything harder. When you're winning, everything's easy, right? So just got to come together more and believe in one another and try to get it done.
When Coach called that timeout, I think at the 12-minute mark, when you guys were on offense and Stedman was kind of posting up and he was yelling at you guys to move, what was he saying in that timeout?
Honestly, I think he was just upset with our turnovers, and he was like, you guys got to be more disciplined and stuff like that. But honestly, I don't really remember. I was kind of just thinking about what we got to do next. And, yeah, that was really it.
Thoughts on Preston's putback?
That was insane. That was crazy. I mean, he deserves it, man. He's been working hard. I'm happy for him. I thought John Kelly's shot was going down too. I'm happy for those guys. It sucks that we lost, but you got to celebrate other people when they get their opportunity too. So, because I was in the same position not too long ago. So yeah, I'm happy for them.
How do you find the energy to try to? You have obviously 3 games this upcoming week. How do you find the energy to keep on pushing?
I think it's the want to. A lot of people. I think a lot of teams will. It's just like, all right, we don't got anything else left. There's nothing else to play for, but we still got something to play for. We got the A-10 tournament, try to make a run, go to good seeding, get a bye the first day, and then try to make a run at the thing. But I think it's just the want-to. Like, it's been a grind. I mean, I'll be honest, but just got to keep putting one foot in front of the other, and anything can happen.
Coming into the tournament right now, or not right now, but June, and having played 2 games in a row against teams that are going to be towards the top of the seeding, what do you see that in the way that you played against those two teams that are going to be the ones that you have to challenge to win the tournament? What do you see that you have to change?
Oh yeah, ask that one more time. Are you talking about like Dayton and
I got messed
VCU?
up a little bit, but like going into the tournament, having played against two teams that are going to be towards the top of the seeding, how do you see in the way that you played against those two teams? What do you think you have to change to compete against them coming in the tournament?
I think we got to watch a lot more film. You know, I think the environment we played in at Dayton was insane. You know, that's a pretty big advantage, if I'm being quite honest. But we had a neutral site. We've seen them once before, so we'll go get prepared for them. I think for Dayton, we gotta play bigger. You know, we played 4 guards a lot in that game and try to run some more offense and get that moving because they got a lot of big guys. And then if we play them again, we just got to be ready for the pressure. You know, stay relaxed and composed and get into our offense, and we got to guard. And that's really it, I think.
With the 3 games coming up this next week, do you have to try to conserve energy at all to kind of make sure you're strong down the line, or do you just kind of put it all out there?
Nah, man. I mean, I only played 24 minutes tonight, so I mean, I got energy. You know, I'm trying to. Even if I played 40, I'm giving everything I got. There's nothing to save it for. You know, there's nothing to save it for. So I'm just trying to put everything else I got left.
Great. Thanks, Trent.
Thanks, guys.
Trent.